You are in for a treat because so am I. Visiting one of my favorite places in the world, and that is the Barber Motorsports Museum. I used to keep calling it Motorcycle Museum, but it's cars also. And everything here, all the vehicles here, this rough Superior included, are historically significant, very important machines. And I'm going to show just the ones, there are so many motorcycles here, over 1,000 or so, and I'm only going to concentrate on the ones that I steal my inspiration from, my artistic inspiration, and the ones that look like the motorcycles that I like, because I'm not going to have the time to go through every single one of them, and some of them I will only show one side, not both sides. Coincidentally, on a racetrack there is a team of Porsche racing around the track, and if we're lucky we might even get to see a little bit of that. But I don't know, like a kid in a toy store, I guess, if you will. All sorts, from scooters to racers to choppers to stock motorcycles. And there's just an amazing array of beauty, of art. I know what you'll say, it's no Michelangelo. And yeah, Michelangelo did make a beautiful horse and a beautiful human out of marble, but they didn't go anywhere. They were stationary. These ones actually move. They take you places. They take you camping. Oh, look at that. It's bring you up to speed on this place. Mr. Barber built his wealth on ice cream and other dairy products, and he was kind enough to make a museum that a bunch of other people would like. Oh, that's amazing. Somehow he either gets motorcycles donated to him, or he has a team of people finding them. And then downstairs, the very basement level, which we're only allowed to go on special occasions. Today is not one of them, I guess. But it's kind of cool to see the technicians in white lab coats restoring machines that I have never even heard of before. Oh, look at this early Kawasaki. It's so pretty. I asked a guy earlier, a guy that works here, which one is his favorite motorcycle. He could not figure it out, and how could you? I mean, how do you pick one out of all these? That's so pretty. I'm gonna move a little bit faster because you have a pause button on your remote. You can stop the video anytime you wanna, and admire the beauty of some of these machines. Well, I think I hear a car coming by. Yep, there it is. There's one. There's a racetrack right outside the museum. Let's see how it's doing. Oh, this guy's a slowpoke. I could drive a minivan faster than that. Come on, guys. And there's a Porsche. Oh, we're not here for cars though. We know it's inevitable. We'll see some. And some of them are actually very, very beautiful. Mr. Barber seems to favor the European race cars, Formula cars, Lotus. That's what a cool color. He's got even a little trailer to it. Oh, that's so pretty. Red and white. It's a classic combination. Indian early police motorcycle. Look at the exposed spark plug wires. I wouldn't want to touch those things when it's raining. But technology evolved quite a bit since the making of that machine. Look at that. It's this is on every level. We're in a level 5 right now, and they got those Christmas tree looking thing full of motorcycles. You can spend hours sitting looking at them, but of course I'm gonna be on a road later on today and meet a friend of mine in Chattanooga. I got a few hours to make it there, so I'm gonna rush this through. I know you'll find the name kind of funny, but he is actually a very famous racer. I saw this earlier, another Harley cafe racer, a Sportster cafe racer. Goodman. This one, Goodman used to own Velocet, and he built about 1,000 of these Sportster Harley cafe racers. I'm not going to criticize any bikes that I haven't built myself, but I would definitely change a couple of things around it. But beautiful bike nonetheless. Excuse me. I lucked out, and I ended up at this museum on Wednesday. I believe today is Wednesday. Yeah, it is. And Wednesday is not a lot of people here. On the weekend, this place is packed. But let's go down to level 4. Oh, look at what is the? Let me go back. Let me go back a second. There's the elevator. Unfortunately, it's out of order, but no biggie. I'm still young and full of energy. But look, next to the elevator on left and right, all the way down, there's stacks of motorcycles. It's everywhere you look. It is unbelievable. I cannot stop smiling right now. But let's keep walking. Wait. Look, there's more motorcycles here. And they're in those 2 stacks I told you about. They're in every corner, so there's actually 4 stacks. 4 stacks of motorcycles all the way down, and inevitably we'll pass by some of those cars, but you know, maybe some of them I won't even ignore because they're too pretty to look at. And aluminum body, aluminum chassis is always too cool. Oh, look at that, that's amazing. probably recognize this by Captain America, that Easy Rider movie. Not one of my favorites. Too, I don't know, flashy, shiny. But there's the poster for the movie. Cultural significant. Very early bikes, you know. Steam engines, wooden frames, wooden wheels. I wouldn't take that more than 5 miles an hour, let alone 100. This is amazing. That's just too cool. If you are a motorcycle lover and you haven't been here yet, what are you waiting for? Everybody should come here at least once. I'm lucky enough I've been here. This is my second time around. And every time I see new bikes on display, they have so many of them, they cannot display them all in the same time concurrently. They have to constantly rotate them. They have a big warehouse downstairs next to where they restore them at. And they stack them on big shelving units. And I was able to take a peek in there last time I was here, and I just could not believe it. Excelsior, Sears. Many of these brands are long gone. Unfortunately, some are even forgotten. And I'm very grateful for people like Mr. Barber. And I'm sure there are others like him. Look at what I say. Early pioneers, racing pioneers, early board track racers. These machines were nothing but bicycles with motorcycle engines in them. They're super lightweight. There's zero comfort, barely any suspension, if at all. It looks like no one is using rear suspension in the rear. But they used to race on wooden track boards made of this, a bunch of wood boards set up in an angle like in a velodrome of sorts. Actually, I think there's a video. If you're not familiar with board track racing, I don't know if you see the quality in there. I can't believe I'm filming on the TV, but you get the idea. Ever since machines were invented by humankind, they're always racing them. Not just motorcycles, but any kind of vehicle on wheels. Some people died racing, and of course they would. Back then, the racing helmets were made of leather. Looked like football helmets. Crazy people. But we wouldn't have this cool stuff if it wasn't for them. Let's go down another level. As a matter of fact, the first time I was here, there was a vintage motorcycle racing going on outside. It was going on for 4 days, out of which 2 days I spent inside here. Oh, look at this Harley racer. Yeah, I spent 2 days in here just looking at the motorcycles. Let's see what's there. Wow. Look at this Triumph. Beautiful pipes. Wow, this is so pretty. Contrary to common belief, Harley Davidson had a pretty vast racing history, even winning some. But of course, technology wins in the end, and your bike may be pretty, but other companies put more emphasis on engineering, not on art. So they're able to go much faster. Let's go down another level. Impressive, huh? This will most likely be my longest episode because there's a lot to see. Hi again. I'm so glad it's almost empty. Otherwise, there would be so many people in the way you could not even film anything. I saw these two bikes already today. They went around the world. A lady and a guy. But they took these beat up bikes. Well, they're beat up now, but they're most likely new ones. And they went around the world. This is mostly world tours. Oh, beautiful dual glide. Looks like early 60s, 60, 61, 1961, it is 1961. Beautiful, even the color combination is very pretty. Oh, look at this. It looks like a BMW. Single, but it's not, it's DSK. Like I said, so many brands I've never even heard of before. Beautiful Velocet. I like the aluminum trim that Velocet puts on a fuel tank. On the bottom, it looks so Art Deco. The muffler's pretty. Everything is pretty about this one. Oh, is that that's a 1966 Harley. I know, because I had one myself some years ago. I went to Mexico twice on that thing. That is so pretty. Look at that. Mine was blue and white, not yellow and white. 1966. The very first year shovel head engine. And the second year Electroglide. That's a big square box over there. So ugly. I don't like the big battery, and it's very heavy. This motorcycle that's one of the reasons I ended up selling it. It was just too heavy for the fun I wanted to have on it, and also too valuable to beat it like I do. Too rare, actually. I don't even know what this is. Via Gusta won a lot of races. And for good reason. They are lightweight and very fast, and they had good riders. Look at this early example of MV. Wow. This is a drag racing section, and something interesting happens if I go stand right here in the corner. They'll sense my presence and the engine will start, well, just an audio of it. And then he moves down the track. The sound moves down the track, not the actual bikes. Gave me goosebumps. Wow. These are suicide machines, quarter mile at a time. Oh wow, this is nice. Looks like a BSA engine maybe, yeah. 2 BSA engines. And a lightweight frame. That not only is it fast, but it also looks cool, special. Of course, Vincent would be drag racing. Why not? What is that? Ice racers. These are all dirt track racers. Motocross bikes. I just noticed that. See how the exposition is built to make it look like they're all jumping a hill at the same time. With the Ghost Rider on top, probably. Ice racers. Studded tires and guard to save other riders from getting injured. And there's a hill climb racer. Like I mentioned earlier, all kind of speed machines are located inside this building. You need to come and see for yourself, because in my video you're missing out the three-dimensionality of it. You're missing out on cool stuff. But looks like this is a little bit of a wrong corner we got ourselves into over here. I wouldn't say wrong. There's no wrong corner in this whole place. But there are other machines elsewhere that need to be seen. Like this beauty, for example. Beautiful bike. Triumph engine and a featherbed Norton frame. I love those fairings, those half fairings. They just look so cool. This was obviously a road motorcycle. It has a headlight, most likely. Yeah, it's got its own Kickstarter and a way to actually ride it. Swankel engine. Oh, there's more cars going down. Let's see. colors are changing on the trees, more so north of Alabama. But even Alabama is kind of, it's warmer than north, but still cold enough to change the color on the leaves. Lilac, never heard about it. Pretty nonetheless. Really Harley. Yeah, nice. Jump player. One of my bikes has a similar fairing, but it's set up for one headlight, not two headlights. Jump player has the frog eyes, so I look to it. But somebody else around, so I'm going to shut up a little bit. I'll just go a different way. Mostly modern bikes. Not that I mind modern bikes, but if you want to see one, you can just go in a dealership. Or pick up a motorcycle magazine, you'll most likely see them in there. But, oh, I like this. Let's go down another level. We're about halfway through. I hope you're not bored. Because there's more stuff to be seen around here. Racing cars. I'll walk through it. I'm here. Why not? Because I see some aluminum body, and I'm a big sucker for aluminum cars. They're polished up. Look at that car on the wall. It's hanging upside down, sideways. Translucent fiberglass. It hasn't been painted. I don't particularly like the sound of children, but at least they fixed it with the sound of an engine. Wow, these cars are so, they're lower than my knee is. Super low. Look at the cigar racers up there, stacked up. Where does he even find all these? It's amazing. Formula cars. Yeah, I'm gonna walk through the cars a lot faster than I would through the motorcycles, but maybe you like both. I was looking at some of the bracketry that holds these vehicles in place. Even those are so intricate and well thought out that everything inside here is just a piece of art. It's not just the vehicles, but the layout also. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that shape. And there's that the aluminum bodywork I mentioned earlier. Some are polished, some are painted, but equally impressive. I like to see them polished because anything can be painted. Okay, this is very cool. I'm glad I came and saw these cars. Oh, look at the obnoxious fins. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, more fins. I like fins. Okay, that's very pretty. I like that. Very pretty. Okay, let's see more motorcycles.
Going up the hills.
And we're about to go into my favorite section here. Early cafe racers, and you'll see why I like them, I guess. And maybe you won't, I don't know. But I like the simplicity, the crudeness of some of these machines. It looks like some of these machines were rebuilt side track, or track size rather. Wow. Some of these are so beat up from all the abuse they received over the years. And I think the restoration guys are following some sort of criteria where they do not overdo the shyness or restore them, because some of the patina, the old patina, needs to be on the bike. This is so beautiful. Look at that thing. Wow. Let's see what else is here. Another beautiful MV Agusta. It's amazing. Just noticed something, and I'm looking at the office next to me, and there's a glass table. It's made out of Harley engine. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 engines just sitting there. Every year I see an evolution. Well, not all of them. I see a knucklehead, I see a penhead, and I see a shovel. Right all in there. And it's a table. It's a glass table. I digress. Get back to the bikes. Before I pass by that, I want to show you an interesting bike. rotary engine. It's an airplane engine. Airplane engine. Come again? Let me get you back to you in 5 minutes, okay? It's a Harley Davidson, but I modified it around a little bit. I'm making a quick video. I'll be back with you. I want to show you this. As soon as you first walk in, this is what you see. There's a car hanging sideways. And this is how the motorcycles are being stacked in a basement on big shelving units like that. It's amazing. No, it's an Evo engine. It's an
Evo engine?
Yeah,
Okay.
96 Heritage Softdale. That's what I started off with.
Okay.
I modified around a little bit, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, exhaust pipe, all that's modified.
Yeah. But I'll be back this way in 10 minutes.
Okay.
You know, I thought I was gonna have a quiet moment, but let's see. You see, I don't know if you noticed, there's behind those cars over there. That's where the labs are to the restoration labs. I still love that bike. Oh. Uh-oh, I think we're about to encounter a bunch of kids. I need to plug my ears. Hi.
How are you?
Well, how are you?
Great. We gotta get everything out. You can still smell this. Yeah, I know that one's what you're gonna do.
Look at that beautiful headlight. Douglas Dragonfly. It looks like a BMW. Huh. Very cool headlight. Very cool. Look at that cool profile. How cool is that? Oh, Vincent. A beautiful profile. Very beautiful profile. The good news is that most of those kids will grow up to like motorcycles, hopefully. Wow. Haven't heard of this brand either. Very pretty engine. Very cool. Oh, I like the big fenders. Oh, this is an interesting bike. It looks like a Harley. It looks like an early Harley 45 cubic inch flathead. And if you saw it on the street, you'd most likely say that's what it is. But it turns out it's a Japanese motorcycle built in the 1930s with American tooling and with American permission. And that's what they came up with, and it looks as beautiful as a Harley. They did a good job at it. Ironically, that motorcycle fought against other Harleys in World War II. It's the same era bike. Look at this pretty engine. It almost looks like a Guzzi, but it is so much prettier. Look at the whole engine, is so beautiful. Another brand I've never heard about. Birdmaster. That's a beautiful Indian. Universal. Looks like a BMW, but it is not. That is the biggest sidecar I've ever seen. Which is strange because the rider experiences all the discomfort of the British roads, while the passenger was nice and comfy, most likely the wife, who did not want to get any rain on her hairspray. Oh, look at that. It's a stamped frame, you see that? The frame is completely stamped. It is not a tubing. That is not a tubing. It's that's one of my favorite bikes. Square. That is a single. That looks like a single there. But back to this bike, Nimbus, 4-cylinder engine. Of course, tiny 4 cylinders, but the aerial square 4. It is one of my favorite bikes. It's just so pretty. I cannot find anything wrong with the profile. It's so pretty. Yeah. Looks like we are into the Army motorcycle section. And this looks like it was a BMW for North Africa Corps, because it's the color of the desert, and it also has a palm tree. Very cool, impressive. I don't think machine gun works, and I'd be surprised if it does. Oh, you know what this is? I think I'm looking at, yeah, it is. This is a 1942 Harley with notice the cylinders, they go side to side like a BMW engine does. And also, this is the only Harley that has a shaft drive. I don't know if you can see it in there. There is a shaft drive. It was also made for the North Africa war effort in World War II, because Harley needed to make an engine that cools a little better. Instead of a V-twin, you put the post-twin boxer engine and a shaft drive, and it'll do much better in sand. Look, there's this slightly different iteration of it. See, this one is like a Guzzi engine. See the shaft drive is obvious now. Wow, so much cool stuff. You know what? I just noticed this one is an Indian. It's not a Harley. I was mistaken. So the V engine, see the cylinders go sideways? That is not a Harley. This one is an Indian. I did not know Indian made war bike, but I know my Harleys a little better than I know my Indians, and this right here is one of my favorite bikes of all time. Tuned up. This is look at everything on it. The retainers for the headlight, the exhaust, the frame itself comes outside of the fuel tank. I don't know if you can see it. Oh wow, it's so pretty. See the frame hugs the gas tank. It is impressive. This one is a beautiful bike. An NSU, of course, it's a beautiful bike. I want to see the other side of the tuned up though. This one, I will check out both sides. Wow, just impressive. So pretty. I didn't know such art existed in 1930s. This is a looks like Plexus 1938 tuned up K800. See, it's pretty too. I like that big muffler on the side and the floorboards. Looks cool. Set. I like the early fence. They had holes in them for better air travel through the heads. Looks like. I would imagine. I don't know if they go through all the way. They do. Very interesting. Never realized that. This looks like a /5. Am I wrong? I don't know my Beamers that well either. But, very beautiful nonetheless. And I heard that Lawrence of Arabia's bike was one of his bikes was over here also. I think he had 5 Brough Superiors, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but we'll see if I find it. Oh, early Norton. Look how beautiful they used to be. Well, they always were. Even if they modernized them in the 60s and 70s. But anyway, it's a beautiful bike. Oh, Lawrence of Arabia motorcycle. Look at that. Wow. It's very early Brough Superior. Oh, I don't know. I don't even want to say. There's nothing needs to be said. The engine reminds me so much of a Harley, even how its exhaust went. Beautiful bike. Sunbeam. Look, a little ski mobile. Jet ski, or what do you call these things? I don't know. I don't know my water toys. It's cute. It is cute. Vincent. Like I said, every single bike here is very special. Look at the beautiful profile on this bike. I probably say that a lot, don't I? And this, I walked by it earlier. This was the very first engine Honda produced to install on bicycles. That is the fuel tank, and the fuel tank was made out of a water canteen. They had a surplus for the army. The guy this I need to go back and talk to describe this display for me. It's so tiny. Look at the tiny little pipe. That's my thumb for reference. it's cute. Anyway, let's go down another level. Actually, I think we've reached the end of. Yeah, we did. Let me see if I can see anything from there. I'm walking from above it anyway, even if we're not going down there. Yeah, this is the lowest floor we're allowed onto. We heard that motorcycle start earlier. In front of those kids, I don't know what the bike is. I cannot see from up here. But look, there's a car being, I think it's being worked on. I don't know. See behind a glass wall over there. There's a shop, a machine shop and atelier. Amazing stuff. And with that, I think I can safely assume that we walked by everything. It's the longest episode I've ever made, and it's almost an hour long. And I have a long day of riding ahead of me to get to where I'm going to for the evening. And with that, bye bye. We'll see you later.